Welcome back to my humble abode. I am Yorkie the Tail Spinner, taking you back to Galarian for more tales from the Whispers of Darkness in Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Now, when last we left it, we'd finished what we could do at the moment in the nameless arena, whatever it's called. Any more of that is going to have to wait. In the meantime, let's leave and continue on our explorations. We've done the Redoubt. Military. It seems they are waiting for me. Somebody on the road.
I see blood. This blood.
It's a babao. Camellia. Cold Iron Enhanced. Enhanced +2. And you, Dark Horn, is Cold Iron Enhanced. That should be simple enough.
Retreat is not an option.
That's how it feels.
Indeed, it would appear to be how it feels, yes. Blessing. Something. That's him down. Rachel.
Before me.
And Noir. Darren, Bull Strength on Rachel.
No match for me. Surrender or else.
This one's mine.
Noir again, if you will. Not overcoming that old resistance, huh?
I'll rip you apart. Too late for apologies.
Rachel.
Press the attack.
Once more. Try to get through. And there it is. This is a note written in neat writing. Come to my camp if you wish to talk. I have much to share. Drawn on the back, there is a map with the crossed lines. Inconspicuous campsite. Forgive the silence, I was trying not to choke.
Wherever my
Still am a
blades
little.
carry me.
And so we need to head over here. Danger and distress rest heavy on the scales, their measures soaring on the dangerous marches to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the banks of the West Selen, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly, a group of scouts returns. Anivia, the leader of the group, makes two urgent signs to the soldiers: wait and quiet. She dashes through the ranks to the commander, who awaits her report. We're in trouble, the girl whispers. The road ahead is split into by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we'll need to go down and then up the other side. But the canyon is swarming with foul creatures, Vescavors. A real pain in the neck. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Looked like a caravan of refugees from Canabres that lost its way. No one has ever reported Vescavors so far from the centre of the world wound. Where did they come from? Anivia bites her lips. They still haven't noticed us, but that won't last for long. Maybe if we retreat quickly, the commander makes a sign for her to stop. Find out what else is known. Those nasty little critters, they can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing, Anivia says in a rush. They got her queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror, but if we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter, and we'll take care of the rest of them somehow. After hearing her scout's report, the commander prepares to convene a council to discuss a plan of action. The commander and her companions convene a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there is no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. No one utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. A swarm of omnivorous beasts just happens to be in the army's path. Someone has arranged this for their own nefarious ends. Rustling, grating, squeaking, humming. Everyone hears the voice of the swarm. Through the sky before the enemy remains clear. For now, how long until it is darkened by the flying spawn of the abyss? An idea, a decision, straight and sharp like a soldier's words, appears in their minds. The Crusader Council grows grim. One unit must act as live bait to lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear the path to the Vescavor Queen. The commander will rush to the monster, killing her quickly before the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. A dark question looms. Who will lead the fateful squad and be consumed as bait? In moments of extreme stress, one often says one thing while meaning another. These hidden words often reveal many a curious thing. And what do we see here? Erebeth nobly states I am an officer best suited for the mission, but in truth she means I cannot burden any other with my responsibility. Noir sent me, Nora the historian emerges, with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than swords and armour. While she speaks, she thinks I need to prove myself. The Queen has yet to disclose her presence and watches quietly from a distance. The commander thinks she should look into the faces of her companions. The Hell Knight, Regiel, steps forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armour and strips the flesh from our bones. But his motives are plain. My superiority over the Crusaders will not permit me to cower behind them. The ones who distract them will need a healer. Soziel is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the Vescavors alive. The rest of the council remains silent, and this silence is filled by a chorus of "There are others better suited," and "The commander needs me alive." Does the commander hear these unspoken words? What will they lead her to decide? The fateful troop will be led by Soziel, the healer. He makes a good point. The commander and her party disappear among the rocks, preparing to slip down into the canyon, while the swarm is distracted by their bait. A tight-lipped Anivia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. Soziel's eyes grow cloudy for a moment. There are few creatures as abominable as a follower of Shellin, for a follower of Shellin as Vescavors. Devourers of flesh and destroyers of matter, this trial will not be easy. The soldiers tread fearfully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon ahead. The rift that yawns open before them whispers, rasps, rattles in thousands upon thousands of voices. Vescavors gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures rise up and attack at any moment. Soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabres. A few straggling Vescavors were wriggling inside the dead man's gasping chest. Or gaping chest. The tiny larvae in greenish shells, all shuffling legs and hinging jaws. They don't seem menacing at all. But then the rasping noise stops for a moment, and a high vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of blackish green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. The time to act has come. The leader of this fatal squad shouts that they shall hold position and fight for the soldiers' lives. Standing in the middle of a formation of soldiers, Soziel utters a prayer to Shellin. From the outside, it would appear the clouds of Vescavors will, in a moment, fall from above and destroy their forces utterly. Hundreds of spawn of the abyss gnaw on the bodies and armour, destroying as they consume. But the cleric's power flows forth in waves, healing the wounds of his comrades, as if understanding who is to blame for the unexpected resistance. The spawn covers Soziel like a living carpet. The servant of Shellin trembles, but does not move or halt his prayers. The soldiers look on with awe, as though they are witnessing a holy miracle. Temporary success holds no true hope for the fateful troop. Their foe is no great beast, but 1,000,000 ravenous creatures, bringing with them the eternal hunger of the abyss. To fight them was to cry upon the wind. Their only hope was to rely on the commander, and hope that she was preparing to slay the Swarm Queen. What was happening down in the canyon at that very moment? Spots of light and shadow dance along the walls of the canyon. High above your head, the swarm gathers dark as a rain cloud. There are so many Vescavors that they block out the sun. Luckily, you've escaped the attention of the swarm, which is focused on the troops you're using for bait, for now at least. With a tired gesture, Anivia wipes the sweat and dust from her forehead. There's anxiety in her eyes. Commander, the beast we've come for is on the other end of the main corridor. There's a lot of burrows and plenty of beasts in them, but you better not delve too deep. Our people won't hold out long enough for us to clear the whole area. On the other hand, I saw the bodies of some poor caravanners down one of the side holes. They have some valuable stuff on them. The bugs will eat anything we don't grab. They can't tell the difference between flesh and steel. Did you manage to find out where the beast came from? I'm not sure, but there are clear signs of a ritual closer to the queen bug's lair. And they're very fresh. Maybe somebody summoned the scum especially for us. The demon filth figured out that we're never going to let cannabis go. Too bad we don't have a magic specialist who could figure out what those runes mean. Can you tell me anything useful about the monster? I've never fought these before, so I don't know much. She's a nasty beast, she spits acid, and summons her spawn from all around the area. One more thing, when I tried to get closer, I started feeling sick as a dog. I guess like a lot of demons, she knows how to get inside your head. Let's move. Good luck, I'm right behind you, covering your back. I'll catch up when it's time to deal with your queen. Right.
You're a good person.
We need to change the lineup here, because you should not be there.
Let's have some fun.
They'll beg me to stop.
Out of my sight!
Retreat is not an option.
Not sure which way is the main corridor.
Let's shred them.
Rescue Royal Guard, ouch. Ah.
Operane sentence.
Let's do a little healing.
Kneel before me.
I'll cut you wide open.
I will see to your demise.
This one's mine.
I'll rip you apart. I'll hit you.
And we take Camellia.
The spirits demand your blood. Oh.
Precision and grace.
Wonderwag,
No match for me.
that's you down.
You won't stop us. You are today's sacrifice.
I'll make short work of this.
Press the attack. Ha!
They'll beg me to stop. Surrender or else. Go for their hearts.
Still need to get the swarm done.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
There. That looks like it might be the main area because it's webbed.
Save the last one for me.
But maybe not.
Out of my sight!
I'll rip you apart!
Amelia.
Wide open?
Regil.
Retreat is not an option.
Too late for apologies.
I will see to your demise.
Right, out of there then. The bottom of the canyon is split by a narrow crevice, about one stride across at its widest. It's easy enough to jump over, but in places even step across. The obstacle doesn't seem a problem, or even particularly noticeable. But as you draw closer, you hear a terrible droning sound coming from the crevice. It seems to be howling, as if it's alive. Look into the crevice. You stare into the darkness of the void, trying to make out where the strange sound is coming from. Not all at once, but your eyes pick out the contours of a body in the darkness. Someone small, perhaps a gnome, halfling or child, rolled up in a ball at the bottom of the chasm. Under a stone ledge, he's crouching down, his head to his knees, and he's hugging his legs tightly. It appears to be one of the caravanners caught by the swarm. He's crying loudly, one loud, continuous tone, and it strengthens as it echoes through the crevice, building into something truly haunting. All howl and no wolf, it would seem. Call out to the crying man. Answering your voice, the caravaner looks up. It's a young halfling. The light coming from above reveals a pale, wounded face. Vescavor still wriggling the poor fellow's eye sockets. A moment later the halfling drops his head again and continues to cry. He hasn't the strength to do more. Nothing of interest, half-dead meat. Let's move on. We can't abandon him. He's still alive. And the living must be saved. If only I had rope, I'd pull him out in no time. Well, this is risky. You clamber down into the crevice and tie the halfling with a rope, then try to pull him up. For a while he doesn't resist, though he doesn't help either, as he dangles helplessly like a puppet. But suddenly, in the middle of an ascent, one of the Vescavors in his eye sockets moves abruptly. The halfling screams and spasms, and hits his head on a stone cliff face. He immediately grubs still. You are now pulling up a dead body. Well, such is life. Or death. I think we're in the right region, so
Brave for
Open your
adventure.
heart to me.
let's get things
I'll prove I am the best.
3 minutes there.
Rules are made to be broken.
Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Unimosi travisi. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
Soot is restless. I
Mm-hmm.
wonder why.
Down. I saw. Down.
And there is indeed the Queen.
No match for me.
The character Wenderwag has become confused. Oh dear. Ember. You missed. That should have cleared it. Well, she's doing well. Darren.
Precision and grace.
Ember, can you possibly sleep them?
The spirits demand your blood! So this is how it feels.
Wenderwag.
They'll beg me to stop.
Patricium Turino.
So this is how it feels.
That did not work too well now.
Why am I so weak?
You're not, but they happen to be quite strong.
Only death can stop me. Ha!
Bane. Well, no, healing. Evil Eye. Reduce IC. Attack rolls, saving throw. Well, it gets one turn when it can't do the same attacks.
You are today's sacrifice!
Noir.
Kneel before me. Huh.
Darren.
This pain is excruciating.
Noir. Wendy.
I'll rip you apart!
Patricium Turino.
Go for their hearts!
Damn it. They succeeded again.
Am I at my limit?
I think you might be getting close. You're not yet. That's good.
They'll beg me to stop!
Darren.
Axiom, yes.
Continue.
She's
fighting,
down.
Everyone.
This one's mine.
No match for me.
They may be.
Why am I so weak?
You're actually not, as I've said before, but never mind. Oh, we got one through.
No, not like this.
Patricium Turino.
I'll cut you wide open.
Can we please get another through? Yes, only 7 though. Minus 34.
Patricium Turino.
The spirits demand your blood.
At last! Unleashing her last streak, the Swarm Queen slumps to the ground, immediately as if by magic. The distant sounds of battle begin to subside. Several small beasts sit on their mother's body, sinking their mandibles into it. The canyon drowns in the waves of scent, a sweet soporific with a hint of bite, like the crackle in the air before the storm. Looking at the slain monster for a brief moment, you feel an inexplicable sensation of... not sympathy, no. The Vescivore Queen is disgusting. The strange kinship. What is it like to be part of a swarm hostile to all life? Hating everyone and hated by everyone. You take a deep breath and the sensation passes. Anivia approaches the Queen's body and grins. That's it, you filth. No more flying. It's good we got rid of her without suffering more losses. Just a little longer and we'd have been forced to bury Lots of our fighters in this cursed land. Suddenly, Nevia stops. Her nostrils flare and her eyes scan the floor and the walls of the canyon. She squats, pokes at lumps of slimy substance, lifts some up and looks more closely, smells them and cringes. You smell it too, right? A suspiciously familiar stink? Anivia rubs the ball of greenish slime in her hand. Aha! I'd bet my life that your gear had this nasty stench when we were entering the canyon. I saw the queen bug spraying it around to summon her spawn to her. Let's see if we can find the source of that smell among my equipment. You and Anivia search through the things and quickly find the source of the smell. A thin handkerchief. Looks like it's been soaked in something like the Swarm Queen's slime. I'll be damned. When the Queen was spraying this sweet-smelling goop around, the swarm flew to it like flies to jam. The chewed-up bodies of the caravanners smelled like this too, I rechecked. Commander, I think some rat planted that handkerchief on you, to ensure that Vescivores would find you. Noir's been tagged for assassination already. Our commander's all grown up. Despite his airy tone, Deeren looks discomforted. I thought this crusade couldn't get any worse, but now we have a mysterious traitor who is trying to feed us to a swarm of repulsive insects. And there I was thinking you'd be the first in line to feed me to some repulsive bugs. No, 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 my dear Noir. I have standards. What's more, my feelings towards you may be quite tumultuous, but not altogether negative. So if I were to feed you to some insects, I guarantee they would be the most sublimely beautiful creatures you'd seen. Are you simply incapable of keeping your witticisms to yourself, or are you sulking about being sent to the crusade? Well, in that case, the least I can do in return is ensure the swamp I drown you in meets your exacting aesthetic standards. Deeren laughs. We understand one another surprisingly well, don't we? Touché. So there's a traitor in the Mendev camp, nothing new there. Demons did this, they played they swarm in our way and made sure I couldn't avoid the ambush. I agree. They never expected a defeat in Canabres, nor our quick march to Dresden. Now they're throwing everything they can at us to stop our advance, including their oversized pet bugs. Nevia cringes. Anyway, we need to keep our eyes open. That handkerchief could have been planted here by magic, but take it from a professional paranoic. I think we've got a rat in our camp. In Canabres, we squashed the cultists, time and time again. But they were like maggots in a dead hog. Some could have infiltrated our forces too. We have to keep our eyes open and our guard up. It's time we got back to our people. I say we destroy the Queen's body. I've heard the little bugs who eat the flesh of their mother can be reborn as Swarm Queens themselves. Fine, Anivia, get rid of the beast body. Great. Cleaning up after a fight is just what I like. We'll start here, and little by little we'll clean up the entire world wound. Anivia, Commander, what a relief you're alive. I saw the swarm begin to thin and ran to you immediately. She paused to catch her breath. Soziel wiped sweat from his brow. My squad handled the assignment. I healed everyone I could, but my warriors have had quite a fight. It's not very pleasant to be eaten alive, then healed, then eaten, and healed again. I knew I could rely on you. What happened up there can't be described in words, but you were the one who carried the day, Noir. Luckily, our losses are not as great as we feared. Not many are even wounded, but if you'd been a moment later, I'm afraid to imagine what might have happened to us. Fortunately, the insect acid ruined what was left of our caravan. Of the caravan. Of course, I sympathise with those who perished, but we could have used their gear. How did this caravan even come to be here? This is no place for civilians. They lost their lives for nothing, and they didn't even leave anything useful behind. My duty is to lead my people to victory. I would not abandon my duty for the treasures of dead caravanners. What matters is that everything's over. We won. What are we going to do now? Since you're here, please take a look around. I have some painted runes. Found some painted runes and tracings of something that seemed like a ritual. We need to figure out what this is. Ah, easily done. Another leans over the magic symbols painted on the stone. I'm no mage, unfortunately, but I'm in the habit of thoroughly documenting all descriptions of rituals and symbols from magic books, especially demonic ones. Someone very recently opened a portal to the abyss here and summoned someone. It's not difficult to figure out who they summoned. She's lying dead right there. I can guess who carried out the ritual. Handwriting is unique, even when it comes to runes. I examined the great garrison after your success, documenting everything I found for Queen Galfrey. And I'm sure that the hand that drew the rune circles was the same in both instances. It's the work of the same spellcaster. Looks like this spellcaster is afraid to others and dares not fight us openly. Of course not. He's afraid. Of course he's afraid. Nothing he can set on us will ever be scarier than the swarm. He just played his last hand and lost. Well, since we've finished off the swarm, we know someone is giving us trouble. I suggest we get out of here. I'm done with bugs. Well, first... acid has ruined the caravanner's gears. But not all of it. It seems there are things that we could gather.
You are today's sacrifice! Go for their hearts!
I'll make short work of this.
I guess we didn't pick everyone up back there.
I'll rip you apart!
I'll cut you wide open!
Madrid, Turin.
Right. You two. Stop hiding up there playing kissy face or whatever you're doing. And come down here to help.
Let me draw the first blood.
Spell
No match for
resistance.
me.
They're insects.
Press the attack.
You are today's sacrifice! I'll hit you!
They'll beg me to stop.
Retreat is not an option.
And so through here.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
One Vescovor Royal Guard. About to be served.
Amorane sendo.
Kneel before me.
Go for their hearts!
Assist me at once.
Magritium Turinos.
Only death can stop me.
This one's mine.
No match for me.
You won't stop us. I'll cut you wide open!
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Out of my sight.
This pain is
Not like this.
excruciating.
That was unpleasant.
Press the attack.
Magritium Turinos.
And a little healing on
Magritium
Wendy.
Turinos.
Retreat is not an option.
That's 10.
They'll beg me to stop.
The spirits demand your blood.
And Noir once again.
I will see to your demise.
Kneel before me. You are nothing before me.
Ember. I think the SC. So it's just one round.
To the end.
And there it is.
Am I at my limit?
Ruin the caravanner's gear. There. There. Finished. And I think perhaps it's time to rest.
The road calls me. I'll take the bait.
Protective rituals. No, not you. Camouflage. Night watch. And this. And we begin resting. If the Rescuers had just wanted to live like regular grasshoppers, we would have let them go, right? But they turned out to be mean. That's sad. I'd pull off their legs and fry them in hot oil. It would make a good crunchy snack on the road. Now, there is down to explore. No. Not alone. Let's see what's down the pit, shall we?
We must stop this war. There is no hope, only us. The gods have abandoned.
Close
What
ranks.
was he saying just now? Wanna play together?
Precision and grace.
I'll rip you apart!
And more.
Surrender or else!
I'll make short work of this.
You are today's sacrifice.
And that's that one done. Boulder covering a secret tunnel. I see no way of interacting with.
Fight.
And we have a ghoul of some kind.
Go for their hearts.
They'll beg me to stop.
Aboran Centes.
There we are.
I crave your commands.
No way through there without triggering a trap.
Save the last one for me.
Out of my sight.
No match for me.
Too late for apologies.
I'll cut you wide open.
This one's fine.
I will see to your demise.
One more, Noah.
I'll hit you!
The spirits demand your blood.
Press the attack.
Precision and grace.
May I see your entrails, please?
Not entirely what I had in mind there.
You won't stop us.
Only death can stop me.
You are today's sacrifice.
Retreat is not an option.
I'll make short work of this.
They'll beg me to stop.
Done. I think a
Smile,
little
the world's
healing
not
might be in
ending
order.
Just yet.
Yes?
Long corridor.
we
Ah,
have here?
nothing that we can do that way.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
A royal guard. 4 damage. Not particularly useful. But could be worse. Ooh. And might be worse.
Out of my sight!
Kneel before me.
Go for their hearts!
I will see to your demise.
More damage.
This one's mine.
That's 15.
No match for me.
And that's that done.
Precision and grace.
Surrender, or else!
This pain is excruciating. I'll cut you wide open.
I'll make short work of this.
Too late for apologies.
Press the attack.
I wonder what lies beyond.
The spirits demand your blood.
That's 1.
They'll beg me to stop.
Little healing, I think.
I'll hit you!
Retreat is not an option.
Am I at my limit?
No.
I wonder what lies beyond.
You are today's sacrifice.
I'll rip you apart!
Out of my sight.
You won't stop us.
And Rachel.
I wonder what lies beyond.
Go for their hearts.
No match
Find the
for
wag.
me.
I will see to your demise.
Surrender, or else!
This one's mine.
And that would seem to be that. And athletics to get over there.
Is that a trap?
Yes,
might
it
be a
would
trap.
seem to be.
I'll tear your throat out.
I think after this one, it's going to be time to have a quick rest at least. And and
They'll beg me to stop.
Rachel.
Press the attack.
Darren.
Apparat sender.
Amelia, a little healing on yourself. And Ember, can you sleep that?
Too late for apologies.
No. Ember is dead. Well, that's unfortunate.
I'll rip you apart.
Retreat is not an option.
Precision and grace.
I'll cut you wide open. The spirits demand your blood.
There was a flaw in our tactics.
And he's also almost dead.
Patricium Turinos.
You are today's sacrifice.
There was a flaw in our tactics.
Apparently so.
The world in crimson.
Will you not do that, please? Rachel's dead as well. And she's confused.
No match for me.
It would appear we have serious problems.
This pain is. So this is how it feels.
Yeah,
Wonder
that's
what lies
basically it.
behind.
I think we'll take a break there. I'm a little tired. And we'll come back to this with a restart next time. Farewell.